up. We're almost underway.
All right, you ready? Don't expect me to be a pushover. Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Ooh, what's this? Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Checks with a projectile. Uncomfortable space here. Can they put each other on the edge? All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Throws them to negate the block. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Life lead opens up. Grabs them, knockdown. Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Burnout activates. A quick breather. Rising uppercut. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. They're going for the super art. The super doesn't hit. Player 2 will look, sneaks in the throw. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Had the radar up and running. Player 2 had a hard time managing their drive gauge last round, and I'm sure they're aware that they need to start adapting. Reads their mind and texts a throw. Player 1, will this super art connect? Off for the level 1 Vulcan Blast. Now, can they finish the job? Looking for a chance. Hits them with a stop and bop. We're at a standstill, but we may see an eruption soon. Blocks it. This is gonna be bad news. What'll happen here? Attempts to break the stalemate with the... Gotta do better than that. Are we gonna see a comeback? They're going for the super art? Gotta be careful not to... There's a burnout! There's a drive impact! Ooh, what a smart throw! Both sides getting ready. Player turns out. Doesn't touch the throw. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Next with the sandwich, tries to make something happen with an overdrive art. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Next with the throw. Both fighters goes all in with the uppercut. Forward throw, laying the pressure on Thick. Drops that off. Burn out, but they may have a plan here. Looking for a hold. Close range projectile. They've got about half life left. Fires a blast. Rushes in. A jump. Throws him. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Closes in. This unleashes some big damage. Getting up close and personal. Okay, here we go. Oh my God, it is over. Player 1 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that runback. Adds a bit of OD spice there. Gets the jump in. Gets the jump in. Strings it all together. Will they be able to manage what little drive gauge they have? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. KO. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireball. Hits them with a stop and pop. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Player 2 can't use any... Oh, burnout triggered. A quick breather. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is experiencing burnout. They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be key. Still scrapping for control of the space. Barely blocks the jump in. Throw is denied. What a read. Checks with a medium kick. Low heavy. Wow, reads the counterattack. Hoses him. Connects with the throw. What now? Yo, critical art out. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it.
Sit down and shut up!
Closes it out. Woo, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps up. Can't tech the throw. Brushes off the impact. Shoots off a fireball up close. Definitely saw that counter coming. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Taking stock. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Throws them. What's next? Takes a trip. Sticks the jump in. Sandblast! Are we going to see both fighters use their drive boost here? They take some time to back off and regroup. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the They were not cleared for takeoff. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The jump in hits them with a stop and bop. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. They're going for the super art? Player 1 just goes for it at this range. Racer hits, we're gonna see it rain. Now, can they finish the job? You've gotta be solid anti-air. This is gonna hurt. Tries to act quickly, but with the attack. Burnout activates. Oh, that throw did some juicy damage. Goes airborne. Hit them with a quick low kick. Woo, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Can't tech the throw. Punish counter. This could lead to something big. Opts for the throw. Trips him up. Lots of aggression from both sides. Gets the jump in. From up above. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Knockdown. Can't keep track of these corner switches. Takes a big gamble KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight!
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Was looking for that jump attack. Grabs him. Player 2 has a slight life lead. Smart play with the throw. Going in, brushes that off and keeps going. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Gotta be careful. Sets up KO. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Come on.
Hope you're ready. Round 1. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Throws him down. Drive reversal to break in. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. A big drive gauge disparity has opened up, and it wouldn't surprise me if they try to open that gap further. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Throws him. What's next? The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Feeling out the spacing. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Taking stock. Let's off a projectile to waste time. Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. Throws them to negate the block. Are we gonna see a comeback here? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. There's, burnout triggered! Player 1 experiencing burnout. Player 1 chases, gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whiff punishing. Player 2 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? There's an overdrive arm. This round is so important. You can feel hits him with a stop and block. Jumps. Throw misses. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. A quick breather. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Long-range fireball to break the silence. Jumps in. Burnout activates. Both sides in burnout. They can't drive. Closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Stark knocked him out of the air. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Drops him hard. The throw connects. Super clutch corner skill. Player 2 has the super gauges and brushes that off and keeps going. Put the exclamation point on that with an OCR. Ooh, what a smart throw. Here we go. Not so fast. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Doesn't take the throw. Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell them what's good. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Projectile to try and change the situation. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. That was a solid anti-air. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. What's the next move? In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Flicks out the blade to creep up. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Had the radar up and running. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Both fighters are out of drive. Might be a good idea to back off, but they might try something here. Jump? Jumps in, crowns him from above. Sets up with the jump in. Will it clutch? Block anti-air. A clean KO. Nice meter awareness. Sit down and shut up! Flatline zone. That was catch as catch can, and you're gonna get in a fight. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 2 chases them down. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Taking stock. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Grabs him, takes a trip. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Where is their opening? Knockdown. Throws them to negate the block. Jumps. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. This is the range where things get. They're going for the super art. The super doesn't hit. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Fight!
Sonic Blade's a fish for a reaction. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. They can open up this round big by converting this punishment. Solid combo. Miraculous grab. Player 2 hits them with a stopping block. It's a good spot to use the super. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout throw. Uses the gauge for a super. The Dragon Lash Flame giving them a side switch on top of the damage. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Close range projectile. This is gonna hurt. What now? Burnout dissipates. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. What'll be the plan here? Impact counter! Closes it out! That was catch as catch can, as you're gonna get in a fight. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Flicks out the blade to creep up. Projectile to try and change the situation. The impact gets blocked. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Okay, both fighters are taking a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. The move whips and they get nailed with a punch. Takes a trip. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. The jump in is denied. Where's their opening? Gets them. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight!
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws out a projectile. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Jumps in. Breaks the block with a throw. Both fights. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Digs in deep to get that drive in. Shreds them with the Sonic Hurricane. Nice damage. Experiencing burnout. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Doing some quick planning? Both sides of burnout. They can't drive. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Smart play with the throw. Medium kick hits. Solid anti-air. Knocked them out of the air. Uses their drive gauge. What are they gonna do? Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Player 2 meets them in air. Slams on the brakes. Closes it out. Player 2 faced a giant and walked away unscathed. What a win! They're still at it. No one's willing to step away from a rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. What's the play here? Gets a chance at that jump in. Lots of aggression from both sides. Throw connects for counter hit damage. All right, player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Throws them to start the corner pressure. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Big, low, reaching heavy. You've got to be mindful of reach and jumping at this range. So little life left. They need to rely on their instincts here. Jumps in. The kick hits. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight!
Goes for the jump in to start. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Had the radar up and running. Jumps up. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Both fighters planning something? Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Can this drive bring them back? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. A real test of nerves here. Time to Burnout activates. The jump in, excellent block. Presses for a reaction with the fireball. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Burnout, but they may have a plan here. Are we gonna see a comeback here? What a finish! Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player one down to the wire.
You're done.
Checks with the projectile. Gets the jump in. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Throws them. What's next? Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. All right, what's coming up next? Player two is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers, and the throw ends the round. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Immediate jump going on the offensive. Goes to the overdrive. Player one did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Player two has a slight life lead. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Quick breather. From upstairs. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball. Oh, burnout triggered. Zones with the fireball. Both welcome back, experiencing burnout. Both fighters are out of drive. Might be a good idea. This can lead to some big damage. Bring in the heat. Sits him down with a super. Now that's how you take a round. Did not miss that chance and takes the round. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player one is in burnout. Drives off the table. Takes a trip. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Taking stock. Projectile to try and change the situation. Burnout is triggered. All right, what's coming up next? Player two in trouble with no drive. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Who will capitalize on an opening first? Both fighters are barely hanging in there, but someone gets tagged by the fireball. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Sonic Blade's a fish for a reaction. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Projectile to try and change the situation. Very solid corner. Brushes that off and keeps going. They were right to be on guard there. Player one, there's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Player one in dire straits with burnout. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Burnout activates. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Jumps up. A quick breather. They're going for the super art. Wow, that's some big time damage there. Uses the gauge for a super art. Still slugging it out as it's, oh my, the throw tech. Are we gonna see a comeback in there? Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.